what's up? Welcome to My Frequency. I'm MichaelJeralo, and today my boy IBN writes, check out the 3-minute Immortal technique freestyle uploaded 19 years ago on YouTube. So, without further ado,
do it. Come on, do it.
So I don't think I've heard, or I know I haven't heard him freestyle. So this is going to be a new experience. Let's check it out.
Now let's push play.
Word up, man. I'm sick of this shit. Y'all motherfuckers really don't know what this hip-hop's all about. Underground will live forever, baby. We just like...
And before we get started, I did want to say, you know how they used to have the basement and everybody would go there and freestyle? I think 90 to 95% of those rappers were not freestyling. I think I can tell if somebody's freestyling or not. So...
roaches, never dying.
I'll be honest with y'all. And if I don't think he's freestyling for real, I'll let y'all know.
Always living.
Yo, they used to call us communists for fighting America. Now they call us terrorists to spread hysteria. Let me just say this without sounding redundant. Who the fuck really gains the most from blowing up London? And who really made Bin Laden the man that he is? The CIA and Saudi Arabia did. But
so we all know George Bush Sr. was part of the CIA. And we all know that Bin Laden was friends with the Bushes.
Preach.
We all know that. And also when I say that they may not be freestyling, they may be using references from stuff they've written and maybe not even putting a track or something like that. So if you want to call that freestyling, you can.
that's the past and the future is here. Hey, without sounding redundant. Who the fuck really gains the most from blowing up London? And who really made Bin Laden the man that he is? The CIA and Saudi Arabia did. But that's the past and the future is here. Iraq was a design, so for some people the future is clear. A Christmas tree, pyramid with the star as an eye, like a satellite in orbit watching me from the sky. Every country wants a piece of the American pie, but that means you have to co-sign America's lies. So you can criticize human rights in Cuba and China, but not in Israel or the Philippines and places you find them that are...
He's not lying. Now, do I think this is off the top of the dome? Not exactly. But that doesn't matter. That's some real shit that he's spitting. You can't criticize Israel for some reason. You can't. You know? So, he's spitting some real shit. He always does.
In China, but not in Israel or the Philippines and places you find them that are allies of the country I live in, whose clothes are made by slave labor, women and children. Yeah, I know, pussy, we're all part of that hypocrisy too, but I don't front like it's democracy, Duke. I don't pretend troops are peacekeepers that don't murder, and they don't create colonies whose government service, moving them without economics like we share the tectonic plates in your vest are no good, nigga. The weapons are sonic. The war on terror evolved like strands of the chronic, from the biologic to the propaganda topics. But remember, the system can never stop what's been set into motion, like volcanic eruptions on the floor of the ocean. My purpose is to burst to the surface, immersed in the smoldering lava from verses, surrounded by murder mommies, not bitches that's worthless. I cut chicken heads off like hexes and curses. Weapons I purchase make Homeland Security nervous. I run pockets and purses like subway searches, robbing Masonic temples disguised as churches. I'm busy
heard him spit that mad cow disease line before. If not this verse, but I'm not sure. But I don't think this was a real freestyle, but that don't take away from how deep and knowledgeable it was. Spinning acapella, we used to do the same thing. I used to do shows, and there was always a section where Rodney would spit something acapella, but it was the same thing every time it was written. But it wasn't in any of our songs. And there's nothing wrong with that, man. And that shit was deep as fuck. I enjoyed it. And I was talking about Masons with my father the other day, and my grandfather apparently was a Mason, and somebody else, and he was defending them. And it's because the boomers, man, they're not awake at all. It's rare you find a awake boomer. You know what I mean?
Yummy.
Even though I don't consider myself any part of that generation shit, like millennial, blah 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 blah. I think it's stupid, and it just puts you in a box. And so I'm sorry I even said that. Actually.
What the fuck is really good? And yo, next year, a lot of us rappers, we was invited to go out to Palestine and to Beirut, and I'm one of them niggas that's still going. Some pussy ass niggas backed out, but we're not gonna give them no free promo by saying who they are. But I'm still going, motherfucker. That's right. I'm scared of no place in the world. Our people are understand. We going everywhere. The Middle Passage album coming next year, a mixtape with Green Lantern. I'll cut your fucking head off. Yeah, Immortal. That's what it is. Give it up for Immortal Technique. Give it up.
Dope, man. I really appreciate the request. I mean, Immortal Technique, every time he spits, he's spitting knowledge, man. I liked it. I'd like to go to one of his shows, actually.
I like it a lot.
We're going to continue to go through his discography. I just had some steak. This is a short one today. I enjoyed it. I appreciate the request, man. Y'all keep it real. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, comment, or don't. I really don't care. I'll see y'all next time.